This video is for you if you have these big goals, but you are struggling to believe in yourself and you're struggling to build confidence. Over the past several years, I've worked really, really hard to be able to believe in myself a bit more. And that's ultimately why last August, I was finally able to start this YouTube channel. I pulled out a notebook the other day it was from 2015, one of my little journals of some plans that I had made to start a YouTube channel in 2015, 5 years ago. And I never did it because I didn't believe in myself enough. So this is going to be kind of more of like a free-flowing video. I have kind of 3 ideas that I want to share with you guys that might be struggling to keep going and to believe in yourself a bit more. So let's dive in. I might weave some Masonboro Island footage in there for you guys just to make it pretty, but I am going to have this conversation. We're going to see how it goes. I haven't really done a lot of videos like this on my channel. So yeah, that's a little bit about me if you're new. And if you are new, I welcome you to subscribe. And if you get something out of this video today, please give it a like so that more people will come across it, hopefully, and be able to learn something too. So, okay. Working on believing in yourself, working on being more confident. I ultimately just want you to be able to leave anxiety behind. I want you to enjoy life. I'm on that journey too here with you. And believing in yourself is so important if you are like me and you do have really big goals that you want to be able to wake up for every single day. Everything that you do and everything that you're able to accomplish starts with what you believe. Now, first of all, to believe in yourself, you've got to give yourself proof of what you've already accomplished. So maybe you're telling yourself that you can't do anything, you keep messing up. But I have a practical tip for you that, if you're struggling to make progress on a goal, just take out your journal and write down at least 5 things that you've accomplished in your life that you do feel really proud of. Even if it's just 3 things, write those down, get them out, and let yourself see them and realize that you are capable of doing great things, that you can what you can take and debunk those negative lies that you keep telling yourself over and over again. Go ahead and write these things down. The other option that you can do is simply write down 3 to 5 I am statements. And if you're not familiar with what I am statements are, it's something like, I am intelligent, I am capable. I have way better ideas. I made a list that I will share with you guys on my blog, actually. So I'll leave the link in the description below. Something that I actually do is print out these I am statements, and I also have put them on flashcards before so that when I wake up in the morning, when I'm sitting at my desk, I can look up and I can see these things, especially on the days where it's really hard. Like the other day when I was trying to edit this video for you guys and it just was not working. I was not happy with it whatsoever. I really had to look at those I am statements and remind myself to keep going, that I am capable of making a good YouTube video. I am capable of telling you guys words that I think hopefully you can find helpful, So again, check that out on my blog. The link is in the description below. So, what are we doing when we do this stuff? We're really reframing the way that we think about ourselves into a more positive outlook or a more positive view of ourselves. And again, this is so important if you have things that you want to accomplish. If you do not reframe the way you think about yourself, you'll continue to just stay stuck. You'll continue to allow naysayers to just run your life. And, doing these things is ultimately what I believe allowed me to bounce back after, I had a lot of trouble with finding a job that I loved. I had wanted to buy a home for so long, and just tons of other personal goals like working out and fitness and stuff like that. So hopefully you find that practical tip helpful. Now, the next thing that you could also do in order to build your confidence is you're going to have to let go of some things. And I know it's cliche to say this, but you're gonna have to let go of things that no longer serve you. And we make that letting go act seem so hard, right? Like you would think it would be really easy to let go of the things that you don't want in your life anymore, but it's actually really, really hard. And for a long time, I struggled with letting go of places like I lived that I loved. And it was hard for me to leave Wilmington to move to Atlanta in the past. even if you have the means to move, you're financially set, you're stable and everything, it can be really hard to let go of some of these things. It can be really hard to let go of a friend that is a naysayer and you have these big goals and dreams that they don't really support you. That can be super hard, but ultimately letting go of these things is what's going to allow you to move forward. And you might start focusing on the things that you're afraid of when it comes to letting go. You might start telling yourself that, oh, if I end up letting go of this job that I hate, I'm going to be financially unstable, or I'll never be able to find a job again. Like, you'll start telling yourself those things. I know that I do that a lot. And it's just not true. You need to make a plan and just believe in yourself. This is what's going to help you to get to where you are wanting so desperately to go and stop feeling like you're spinning your wheels. Wherever you focus your mind is ultimately where you're going to end up. I cannot stress that enough. I really cannot stress that enough. I've seen myself go down that path so many times of focusing on the negative things that could happen to me because of my anxiety. Like, anxiety just will do that. You will, by nature, just being in that habit of and stuck in that cycle of anxiety, take your mind to the worst case scenario. But this is you've got to stick to these practices in order for you to start gradually making it easier to focus on the positive things, which is what we're going to talk about here as kind of like the last thing that I want to share with you guys. Is just that, ask yourself, where is my focus? Ask yourself, if you're constantly talking about what you don't want to happen, how can you talk about what you do want to happen more? If you're talking constantly about things you don't want to happen, then you are definitely focused on the negative, and that's going to continue to perpetuate additional feelings of anxiety and stress. You really need to get into your journal and you need to write down 3 go-to positive thoughts about yourself and about your goals that you're trying to achieve, and make yourself get in the habit of, anytime you have a negative thought pop into your head, those 3 thoughts come up immediately and you say them to yourself. Start with a journaling exercise here as well. Take that left side of your paper and write down all the negative thoughts that you have currently about a goal that you're trying to reach. And then on the other side of the paper, write down the opposite of those negative thoughts. Write down the positive versions of those thoughts and write down the positives about the goal that you're trying to reach. We always want to be focusing on the things that could happen as a result of ourselves being able to reach that goal that we want so desperately to reach, to live that life. Okay, so give these tips a try. Try incorporating them into your morning routine. If you haven't seen my morning routine video, I'll link that up here on the screen somewhere. And I promise you, once you start getting into this habit and you really are dedicated and stay consistent, you will start to see yourself believe in yourself more. You'll be more confident in what you're doing. If you want to see more content like this from me, this was just super random, and I typically don't really talk about stuff like this, but I want to start talking about more. I just want to know if you want to hear about more of my thoughts along how I've worked, or how I am working and learning. I'm still learning. Still have a lot of learning to do on this subject, just living with anxiety and being able to fear less and enjoy my life a bit more. I am working on just taking myself to the next level constantly, as far as just being a better person, being able to accomplish the goals that I have, being able to help more people like you that also struggle with anxiety and have big goals. Yeah, I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up so more people will see it out there. And if you need an uplifting boost today, check out one of my other videos on the screen right here, and I'll see you there. All right, bye.